So, y'all, we back in here with another Just Ask Rob video. Got the email pulled up right here. The subject line reads, setting boundaries. Email reads, hey Rob, hope all is well. I enjoy watching your videos. Been watching since 2010. Glad to see you involved into being a voice for the black community. Mad love to you. You already know what it is. Says here, okay, I'm 24 with no kids, no emotional baggage. I work, started my career, and I've been single. I've been single. It says in parentheses, he cheated with ex. I'm guessing that's the backstory as to why she's single. I've been single. He cheated with ex for a year now. Just getting my life and self-love shit in order. I also haven't been running into any dudes that fit my standards and what I'm looking for in a man, which is why I decided to stay single, which is good. Y'all listen. I want to pause for the calls real quick. Whenever y'all send me these emails, go back and read over them to make sure that they're punctuated properly. You spelled all the words correct, because I'm reading this shit out loud. And to make it make sense, I'm having to transfer words. I'm having to do the editing myself as I'm reading it, and it makes it hard for the conversation to flow. Okay, I'm going to go back a little ways and read what I believe is meant to being said here. I'll go back. Says, I also haven't been running into any dudes that fit my standards and what I'm looking for in a man, which is why I decided to stay single. I don't want to keep rushing into things and asking them a million questions. Ain't working either. My question is, how do I set proper dating / relationship boundaries, as in how to set the tone of what I expect instead of just going with the flow? What particular boundaries should I put into play so I can let niggas know from the jump how shit about to go down, and so that I don't keep making the same mistake of choosing the wrong one again because I'm obviously not doing something right. LOL. P.S. I have no problem being submissive as long as it's to the right man. Okay. So basically what overall is, how do you set boundaries? How do you set standards very early on in whenever you're meeting someone? Now, you're saying you don't want to go with the flow because that's been a mistake that you've made, and you're only 24. Again, y'all, you young folk, young people, be calm. Understand that first and foremost, be calm, you have time, okay? Now, how you set boundaries early on without running somebody off is that you're going to have to start off going with the flow. When you're just dating someone, the flow is all you got. Unless you met with the assumption that immediately we're going to be together, or that's where I want this to go. I think that people are doing that part way too fast. People aren't getting to know people first, to understand the things that they like, to understand what type of people they are, to understand what type of even ideas they have as to being a parent even, which I think is very important, and is a conversation that we don't have enough. You got to get to know people first. You have to. You have to go with the flow at first. Now, you can control that flow by not being sexual. Now, again, I'm going to highlight this. This is a big thing. You can control that flow without being sexual. 9 times out of 10, you're going to be weeding out people right there just off you not giving that pussy up early. Off you meeting in public settings. Off you just hanging out with a person, getting to know who they are, what they're about. You can weed out a lot of people right there. You can very casually let someone know, well, I'm not really into casual dating. I am looking for a relationship. I want this to turn into something. But you can't really say that without getting to know somebody, because you might not even like this motherfucker. Period. Now, again, I don't know what standards you have, because you made a point to say you aren't meeting guys that meet your standards. I don't know what these standards is that you have for yourself. Should be just somebody that don't lie and treat you good. I don't know what standards you have. I have no idea. But what I do know is that you're going to have to go with the flow. You can't come out with a list of rules, or you might as well just be taking applications at this point. If that's how you're going to do it, you might as well just put it on a piece of paper, or whenever you get the person's number or whatever. I don't know how you're meeting people. But you might as well just say, look, I'm looking for a relationship. Are you down? And you don't want to do that either. Because that makes you seem desperate. You don't want to be that person. So you want to go with the flow to get to know a person. Let them know what you're looking for as you're getting to know them. And I'm sure they'll be bouncing ideas off of you too as to what they're looking for. Most of the time, you'll be able to tell if a man is looking for a relationship because men are very open about what they're looking for 9 times out of 10. No, I'm not really looking for a relationship. Well, at that point, if that person's not interested in what you're interested in, cut them off. That's it. Y'all, a lot of y'all women waste a lot of time with guys, and then you feel as though you're the victim because you wasted this time, when all you got to do is say, well, are you looking to be in a relationship at any point? Most guys going to be like, well, no. No, I'm not really looking for that. Cut them off. Very simple to do. Now, you're going to be hard-pressed finding a guy that, wants an immediate relationship, which what sounds like, you kind of trying to see what these guys' minds is at. Most guys are probably going to want to get to know you before they jump into this type of relationship. And again, I don't know what standards you have, but if they're just, basic standards as to a person treating you good, being honest with you, these are good standards to have. I don't know if you got one of those. I remember the show that they used to have back in the day. I think Chili was on it. And it was What Chili Wants or some shit like that. And she had a list of, crazy ass standards that she had for her man or the man that she wanted to have. And she ended up not meeting people. So I hope you're not doing that to yourself. And understand you're going to need to get to know someone. And someone may have the idea that they don't want to be in a relationship, but warming up to you, getting to know you, they may fall into some type of affection or have some type of affection for you that may change the path that they thought they were on. But still, take your time. Withhold that pussy too. Withhold it. Don't give it to them like that. If you know that you're the type of woman that when you give somebody some pussy, you expect the relationship to follow quickly, and that doesn't happen. Don't make those same mistakes. It doesn't make any sense to make those same mistakes. Keep that pussy to yourself. Keep that sex to yourself. Because men have the ability to have sex and not be in a relationship, and that's fine with them. Okay? I'm a man. I'm telling you the truth. I'm not bullshitting you. So get to know people. Withhold the sex. Talk to people. Go with the flow to an extent. Don't give up that pussy if you don't, you're going to want a man, right? That as soon as it's over, you won't want a man. Don't do that. Because you're going to be playing yourself. But you're going to have to get to know these guys. Talk to them. Let them know what you're into. Don't be ashamed of what you're looking for out here. Let them know that's what you're looking for. And these guys may be like, well, no, I'm not looking for that. And they may not want to fuck with you based on that. And that's fine. You keep moving. You keep moving. I think you're doing a good thing focusing on your career and focusing on bettering yourself. You said it's only been, let me see, make sure I'm going to quote you right. Yeah, it's only been a year. Like, what's the rush? Just take your time. Be cool. Be cool. All right? I hope this helped. Mad love to everybody sending me these emails. Y'all comment, of course, in the comment section if you have any further advice. If you feel like I might have missed something or y'all got any further advice for this young lady. To me, take your time. It's only been a year since you've been out of a relationship with somebody else. Take your time. Y'all feel like that's a lot of time, but a year is no time. No time at all. So take your time, get to know people, and you'll know what they're about, and you'll be able to see whether they're into the same things that you're into. All right? Mad love. I'm out.